Hi, my name's Jen and I am the farm manager of KLP Pigs. We've had a lot of questions about the babies and how they're being reared and why we're rearing them, so I thought I'd do a short educational video so you get to see them and see them being fed, and hopefully I'll answer the questions that have already been put in. We welcome any more, and you can email them to us at info@qlittlepigs.com or put them on our Facebook group and I'll happily answer them for you. So here we've got our full little babies. We have got the two from Jill, which is this one, and this little guy. They are just over a week old now. Here we have Tiny Tim, that you know, and his sister, which is Tina. These guys are now just over 2 weeks old. So the reason that we decided to hand rear these guys, because hand rearing is not something that you take lightly. It's not an easy decision to make because it's very time consuming and it can be very, very difficult, is that Timmy, as you can see next to his sister, is incredibly small, and she was actually one of the largest ones in the litter. Over this last week we've realised that she actually didn't have much of a suckling reflex, so when she was trying to get the milk off her mother, she was just chewing on the nipples, so she actually wasn't swallowing enough milk, and that meant that she didn't have much energy, she wasn't thriving, and she lost an awful lot of weight. So she's come to join the gang. And Jill's two, these guys, they were very, very small when they were born, and with such a big litter size at 11, Timmy, where are you going? 11 piglets is very hard for any mother to rear. Jill's a very good mother, but these two just got shoved away because, as you've seen on the live videos, the other piglets are very, very big and chunky, and these guys are really not much bigger than my hand. They're very small. If you see the picture that was put on the website yesterday, this little guy is smaller than a pint pot. He's absolutely tiny. So the reason hand rearing is very difficult is because it's not just taking them away from their mother and feeding them every couple of hours and then everything's fine. You have to imagine if you have your own baby, a human baby, if it drinks right from day one, right from the time it's born, it's very healthy. You don't need to really do much other than feed it when it requires. But with the babies, same as human babies, when you see something has gone wrong and they've not eaten properly for a couple of days, then you have to replenish. You're being so naughty. You have to replenish the loss before you can go on to that nice maintenance pattern, which is what we're having to do with these guys. So we're going to have a job at feeding them, and there's all four out together at the moment, so this could be all kinds of chaos, and I will talk you through it as we go. So we're going to start with this little girl, which is Tina. Now Tina actually has gone an entire week still not really knowing how to suckle. You're just getting fat, you can stay in there. And she actually only learned last night how to finally suckle. She's very particular about her body position. So Tina's got not just a whole week of deficit to make up where she was learning to suckle, but the whole week where she was with her mother. So the bottle that I'm using is called a Catak feeder, and it's a special one that's got a hole in the top because that helps you adjust the pressure. That if you have an animal that drinks too fast or too slow, you can increase or decrease the pressure with the hole in the top. Now we've had some questions about why we don't use a baby's bottle. Well, it's frankly just because these guys, their mouths are so small that they can't get a good traction on a baby's bottle, and it takes them an awful lot more effort to drink than it would normally by using this. Oh, you're all so hungry. Nobody had thought you were fed an hour ago. Come on, Puppet. So she's now doing very well. She's putting on a lot of weight. She's become very active and energetic. And as you can see, the others are not really willing to be patient. Oh, Tina. Now, because Tina missed out on a lot of the calcium from her mother's milk in the first week, where she got the deficit of not being able to drink properly, she actually had a little bit of swelling in her knees. And she's been on calcium to put into the food as well, which is in here. And as you can see, she's walking absolutely fine. She's very strong. Her legs are very straight, and that is a fixable issue that she had. It's just that the body will absorb calcium out of the bones when it can't get it in the food supply. So she's going to be absolutely fine. Who's next? This girl is the difficult one. She's very finicky about her position, and she's a real guzzler as well. not helping, Tina. So this one, if she's not standing upright, she's not drinking it. So she is still very small, and she very regularly looks like she's going to dehydrate. It's just a thing that she seems to do. She's not managing her own body temperature very well. Piglets don't tend to do that until they get to around a few weeks old. So these guys are on a heat mat anytime that they're in their house. Come on, puppet. And they also have a UVA and UVB sun lamp, which helps the absorption of the calcium from the milk. Guys, you're not helping. You're so naughty. Some banana. Some banana. So this girl, because she's that little bit older and because she did struggle with getting the milk downer for the first week, we've already started her on banana. We often mix it with the milk to make a kind of porridge. And she's going to teach the rest of them how to start eating solids. Isn't that right, Tina? You're going to be a very good girl. You finished? Want some more? Come on, Timmy. So they've started to drink an awful lot, which is now making the feeding very